Good afternoon. So this video is going to be a little different than our typical vlogs.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere today.
No.
We're going somewhere tomorrow. So, I know we've talked about it in a couple of videos, right?
Yeah, we talked about it, I think, in our Bay Lake and maybe when we were at Magic Kingdom.
This trip's been a long time coming. We've definitely talked about it, I think back in like 2019. And this trip was originally scheduled for summer of 2020 for us to go to Hawaii, which of course did not happen. So then we delayed it to this year. We wanted to give ourselves enough time to be vaccinated, for things to slowly open back up, and for it to just make more sense to travel. So we are finally going to Hawaii.
It doesn't seem real.
No. Like, we leave very early tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And we'll be there for over a week. We are going, so the original plan was to be at 2 islands. We were going to be at Maui for a few days and then switch to Oahu to go to Aulani. But again, just due to traveling, and Hawaii is a very strict island to go to, which is good because it means it's safe. But it does make it a little more complicated to island hop, which I think they kind of since have made it a little bit easier, but we decided a few weeks ago, that it was easiest to just go to Oahu, still be able to go to do the trip, but make it a little bit safer. So we are going to be at a Hilton first, and we'll definitely have some videos coming from there. I think it's the Hilton Hawaiian Village. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
So we'll be there, and we'll have a couple days at that hotel, then we'll switch to Aulani, and we will be there for almost a week. Well, not quite, but we'll be at Aulani for a couple days as well. So I'm very excited.
It's been so long since we traveled, and I'm just very happy like that we're vaccinated and we got our negative COVID test.
Yeah, so to kind of talk about how it works, so if you're looking to go to Hawaii anytime in the near future, now of course everything we talk about is as of May 2021, so it's of course going to change over time, but Hawaii does require a negative COVID test for everyone. It does not matter if you're vaccinated or not. Again, that sounds like it might change sometime this summer, but it didn't change in time for our trip.
Yeah, he's been stalking the Hawaii Twitter and like website for months, trying to see if they were going to change it. But he had a heart attack the other day because he thought that they had changed it to like, if you're vaccinated, like,
you're fine, like you didn't have to test.
But it was only if your vaccination took place in Hawaii.
So it's only for Hawaiian residents so far, so it doesn't help us.
Yeah.
But
it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a complicated process. It was just trying to make sure we got the timing down. So it's required that you get tested within 72 hours of the departure of your final leg. Now again, I would just check the Go Hawaii website because that's going to have the most up-to-date information, but that's what we had to do. So we have 2 flights. We fly from Orlando to Dallas and then Dallas to Hawaii. So we had to get a test that was within 72 hours of us leaving Dallas. So that factors in the time zone and everything, but it does not count from our first flight.
Yeah, so our flight in Dallas was at 11, right?
It's 11:30 Dallas time.
But that's 12:30 here, so we had to get our COVID tests sometime after 12:30, or within 12:30, so that it counted for the Central Time in Texas.
And it has to be from a specific list of approved travel partners, and that's on Hawaii's website. And you have a lot of options if you live in the West Coast. Here in Orlando, we did not have many choices, so you could do a couple online options where you mail your test, or you could do CVS or Walgreens. And again, with that 72-hour time limit, you do have to wait for your test results, so you must get an NAAT Pcr test.
Yeah, it can't be like a rapid, like 15-minute result.
Right, and like CVS, it said it guaranteed, or it was not a guarantee, but typically they come back in 48 hours. So we would have it in time as long as everything went according to plan, but it wasn't a guarantee. Walgreens does offer 2 types of PCR tests. One is like your normal standard PCR, 48 hours is an estimated return time, or they have a rapid PCR called ID Now, That's what we ended up taking. So we did confirm with Hawaii that it is accepted. It's listed on their website.
Yeah, like 2 days before we were getting the test, like I trusted Zach that like he's been researching everything. But I was like, let me just make sure that ID Now is. So I went on the Hawaii website and I found like the list of approved tests, and I scrolled all the way down to Walgreens, and then the 2 tests were there, and ID Now was one of them. So I just like closed the tab. I was like, all right.
Yep. So it's definitely accepted, and it's guaranteed in 24 hours. So that was a huge deal for us. Plus, the best part was it was also free. CVS, it was about $150 a person to be tested, and you weren't guaranteed your results. Walgreens, it's guaranteed and free. So if you have a Walgreens in the area that accepts or offers this ID Now test, that would be our suggestion. Yeah,
it was really easy. We just made the appointment, and that was easy too. At least in our area, there were a bunch of appointments available at like literally every time slot. So we made our appointments, and you had to go through the drive-through, and like you couldn't get out of your car, and they handed you the kit through like the little thing that they would hand your prescription in, and they just like briefly told you like, oh, like circle in your nose like this amount, and it took less than like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was just really easy.
It was. So, I mean, the one thing to be aware of is they only let you schedule 3 days out, and you have to get your test 3 days before your flight. So it's about a week before your trip that you're planning this. And it said it would be within 24 hours, but it only took about 30 to 45 minutes, and then we had our results. So it was actually really fast.
My result came last, and I was getting really nervous. I don't know why, but it took forever for my result to come back.
But yeah, we all had them within an hour, so it was still super quick. We had our answer right away, which was great. Which we knew we were vaccinated, but just having that confirmation, like, oh, we can actually go now, was like a huge sigh of relief. So that was good. And then we created our Hawaii portal, uploaded our results, it processed that. And then 24 hours before your flight, you have to fill out a health survey, which then unlocks your QR code, which helps you bypass that mandatory quarantine. So if you don't do this testing process, whether you're vaccinated or not, there's a 10-day quarantine upon arrival in Hawaii, and we're not even there for a full 10 days, so that was not an option for us. So that's why we had to do all this testing so that we can arrive and just enjoy our trip.
Yeah.
So that was kind of how the process worked. Overall, again, super easy. We're ready to go now. We're in the process of packing.
As long as you do your research and you just like are prepared and in advance, I think it's gonna be a breeze.
Yeah.
I feel like I just did nothing because you just took care of everything, and I was just going with the flow and like following your orders. You're like, do this, do that. Make the appointment for this time, and make an account for Hawaii, like travel, whatever the website was.
Yep.
And I was like, okay.
But yeah, overall it all went really well, so we're ready to go. Again, we'll be checking into the Hilton Hawaiian Village, so I'm sure we'll do like a room tour there, and we'll kind of show what the resort's like, because I have been to Hawaii once, and I've stayed at Aulani, but I have not stayed at the Hilton before. So that's new to both of us.
I've just never been. So, I'm gonna warn you, I probably will be crying like all the time, like I did when we went to Disneyland, because once again, I never thought I would be going to Hawaii like at all in my life. So I'm just like tearing up thinking about it. So
it's gonna be
you can tell I'm gonna be very emotional about being there.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll definitely show the Hilton. We will probably spend a day at the pool there and kind of show like what the resort's like, because I think it's a couple different like hotels like connected that make up this village that we're in. So that should be fun. Then we're doing a Jurassic Park tour at the Kaloa Ranch. I think that's how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
So it's a ranch on Oahu where they filmed pretty much the entirety of Jurassic World 1. Not a whole lot of Jurassic Park. That was mostly on Kauai, I think. But they have one scene from Jurassic Park and a lot of sets from Jurassic World that we'll get to see. So I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan.
Yeah.
We both are.
Yeah.
So it'll be really fun to see a lot of the sets from the movies there and get to drive around the ranch and just see like the natural parts of Hawaii.
Yeah, it's gonna be real pretty.
Yeah, then we're definitely gonna go to Dole Plantation. I don't know when, we don't have a specific day for that, but I don't know what we'll do there, but we'll probably try Dole Whip. We'll probably see what they have in the store, because they always have some fun merchandise. But can't not go to Dole when we're at Oahu. And then a few days into the trip, we switched to Aulani. We plan on trying to go to Pearl Harbor one day, but we don't have tickets yet, so the ticket process was kind of confusing, but you can get them the day before, so we're hoping we'll be able to get them. We are doing a luau one night. I think we're doing Paradise Cove luau, so I'll probably try to film some parts of that when we go there. And we'll definitely have a ton of content from Aulani itself.
Yeah.
We have a couple cool days there. I'll be buying everything, so I'll show the stores.
Oh yeah.
We're eating at Makahiki, which used to be the buffet, but it's currently like a 3-course meal instead because the other restaurant, Ama Ama, is still closed. So we're not going to be able to eat there. I'm sure we'll go to like the counter service and Off the Hook, which is the pool bar. Probably the Olelo room, which I actually didn't go to last time, but I do want to go there this time. So I'm sure we'll try everything that we can, and we'll point out what isn't available, but from looking at the website, I think pretty much most of it is open. I just know Ama Ama's not, the spa and the fitness center are not, but not too many things should hopefully be shut down, and I'm sure we'll still have an amazing time.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're super excited. So when this video is posted, we'll be there, and we'll actually be in Aulani when this video is posted. So that's exciting, but we're gonna have a ton of videos to come, I'm sure. We'll probably have a whole playlist of Hawaii videos. So definitely subscribe to our channel to see when those are coming up, because it'll start, we'll probably post them in order of our trip. We'll start with the Hilton, and then go from there throughout our trip to Aulani. But it's gonna be fun, so I can't wait.
I'm so excited. Like, I'm even excited to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And
It's gonna be a long travel day.
Like, I don't even care.
It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day of flying, but this time tomorrow we'll pretty much be in Hawaii, so
yeah,
it'll be fun. But we can't wait to share it with everybody, so definitely subscribe, give this video a like, and we'll have our Hawaiian adventure coming up soon, so we can't wait to share it with you. And thanks for watching this video with our little intro to our Hawaiian vacation, and we will see you guys the next time we go to Disney and beyond.